For Palestinians, there is no P in PTSD. A people who are still occupied, a people who are not free. A people yearning for their freedom from the river to the sea. A people still holding on to their return key. But for Palestinians, there is no P in PTSD. It's the constant image of lost lives, lost homes and lost safety on repeat. Countless stories of injustice, dispersal and families left incomplete. Millions disconnected, unprotected, rejected and neglected. This is not also a global refugee crisis, but in fact a mental health catastrophe. 1 out of 3 refugees experiencing high rates of depression, trauma and anxiety is the reality. Experiences all stored and imprinted in their brain after enduring years of trauma and hardships and pain. The spoken and the unspoken family trauma that doesn't go away, but instead lives on in the minds and souls of future generations on replay till today. It lives on in me, it lives on in us. Feelings of displacement, identity confusion and complex trauma. Yes, it's hard to discuss. It's felt in our bodies, it's felt in our brain. It's felt in the way we take in and minimize pain. It's felt in our guilt and our inability to rest. It's felt in our identity, in our chests, pressed, distressed and oppressed. Didn't suffer like our ancestors did at the hands of the colonizers, yes. But colonial imprints remain in our psyche and in our bodies, nevertheless to suppress. Left to heal from the trauma that came from the war, genocide and stolen land. Intergenerational trauma, untreated but transmitted secondhand. The way it holds onto my bones, lingers in my flesh and invades my mind before being passed down to my unborn children, blind, unrefined. The trauma, riding along our genes, wanting wrongs to be righted and truths to be told, justice to be served and liberation to unfold. Because for Palestinians, there is no P in PTSD. A people who are still occupied, a people who are not free. A people yearning for their freedom from the river to the sea. A people still holding on to their return key. For Palestinians, there is no P in PTSD.